Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Manchester United versus Leicester City preview. It's Saturday the 2nd of April, it's a 5:30 kick-off and it's at Old Trafford. This will be a difficult game against Leicester. You know, Leicester are a pretty good team. They've not been as good this season as they have been in recent seasons. I do know a lot of the players that Leicester City have got. They've got Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy is very, very good. Don't forget Jamie Vardy risen up from non-league football. Jamie Vardy is out with injury at the moment. Iheanacho, he's a very good attacking player. Harvey Barnes, he's very good. Leicester have got Patson Daka, Lookman, Boubakary Soumare, Youri Tielemans, he's a very good midfielder. Manchester United have been linked with him, so too of Arsenal. Not so long ago, Youri Tielemans said that he's eager to play in the Champions League. Youri Tielemans is Leicester's most expensive signing. Leicester got him for around 40 million. Leicester got Tielemans from Monaco. At one point, Tielemans was out on loan with Leicester, then obviously Leicester decided to get him permanently. James Maddison, very good attacking midfielder. Manchester United were linked with him a long time ago. James Maddison has been at Leicester for quite a few years now. Leicester got him from Norwich. Leicester paid around £20 million. Wilfred Ndidi, he's a very good holding midfielder. Man United were linked with him a long time ago. Ndidi, he's out with injury at the moment. Leicester also have Perez. Leicester got him from Newcastle. James Justin, Leicester got him from Luton. Mark Albrighton, I like him. He's out with injury at the moment. Leicester, I've got Ryan Bertrand. Leicester got him from Southampton. Ryan Bertrand won't be playing any part in this game on Saturday because he's out for the season with injury. Ricardo Pereira, he's good. One of the centre-backs Leicester have got is Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans is a former Manchester United player. Johnny Evans was at Manchester United for around 7 years. I like Wesley Fofana. Leicester got him from Saint Etienne. Another defender Leicester have got is Timothy Caskini. They've got Yannick Vestergaard. Leicester got him from Southampton. Kagala Soyuncu, he's a good defender. Luke Thomas, they've got him. Armati. Leicester's first choice goalkeeper is Kasper Schmeichel. They've got another goalkeeper called Danny Ward. Danny Ward is out with injury at the moment. So there you go, and let me put into the equation that Leicester have lost good players. They lost Ben Chilwell to Chelsea. They also lost N'Golo Kante and Danny Drinkwater a few years ago to Chelsea. So Chelsea have done good business with Leicester before. Back in 2018, Riyad Mahrez left Leicester. He went to Man City from Leicester. In the summer of 2019, Leicester lost Harry Maguire to Manchester United. But Leicester did get £80 million for him. So there you go. Leicester City's manager is Brendan Rodgers. At Leicester, Brendan Rodgers has won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. Brendan Rodgers has been the Leicester manager for just over 3 years. Leicester appointed Brendan Rodgers in back in February 2019. Brendan Rodgers has got a contract with Leicester until 2025. Brendan Rodgers has been linked with a managerial role at Man United, but there's a lot of United fans that have got reservations about Brendan Rodgers becoming the club's next permanent manager. Before Leicester, Brendan Rodgers managed Celtic. He enjoyed quite a few years with them, and he won quite a few trophies at Celtic. Before Celtic, he managed Liverpool. He was at Liverpool a few years. He enjoyed one good season with Liverpool, and before managed Swansea. When Rodgers was at Liverpool, he emulated the football he produced at Swansea, and a long time ago, Rodgers managed Reading, Watford and Chelsea's youth. Before Brendan Rodgers, Leicester had Claudio Puel. Leicester, of course, sacked him, and before then, Leicester had Claudio Ranieri. Don't forget, Leicester won the Premier League under Claudio Ranieri. But Leicester did sack Claudio Ranieri. Earlier on this season, Claudio Ranieri got sacked by Watford. Leicester are 10th in the Premier League at the moment. Leicester won this fixture at Old Trafford last season, 2-1. But in that game, Man United heavily rotated. Leicester won 4-2 against us at the King Power Stadium earlier on this season. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Atletico Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League second leg. So obviously Man United are not in the Champions League. Man United did win the last league game though against Tottenham 3-2. This is a must-win game for Man United against Leicester. Man United are now focusing on finishing in the top 4 this season. Well, Rangnick said earlier on this season his aim is for Man United to finish in the top 4 this season. By the way, Cavani, he's out with injury. It said he's out until late April. Earlier on this season, Cavani had a groin injury. He's had quite a few injuries since he came to the club. He's done well though, Cavani, in a lot of the games he's played in since he come to Man United. I'm expecting Cavani to leave Man United this summer. It said not so long ago that Cavani, is close to agreeing a move to Real Sociedad. He's held talks with Real Sociedad. Cavani's also been linked to a move to Brazil. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. And I think he's the only injury we've got, as far as I know, anyway. Obviously, Greenwood, he's been suspended from the club. Now, as you all know, Manchester United are looking for a new permanent manager. Erik ten Hag is the favourite to become Manchester United's next permanent manager. Ralph Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag to become the club's next manager, and there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see him get recommended in. Like I updated you yesterday, it said Erik ten Hag wants to bring Ajax winner Anthony with him to Manchester United. The Ajax technical director is not ruling out Erik ten Hag leaving this summer. The other week, Erik ten Hag got interviewed for the Manchester United job. You know, Erik ten Hag is ready to leave Ajax at the end of this season, and the Ajax CEO Edwin van der Sar will not stand in Erik ten Hag's way if he has to make a move to Man United. It would be good for Erik ten Hag to come and experience the Premier League. You know, he's not yet managed in the Premier League, and if he comes to managing the Premier League, I'm convinced he'll replicate what he's done at Ajax, because you've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's won a couple of Eredivisie titles with them, he's won some Dutch Cups with them, and revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, did Erik ten Hag. He's been the Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in December 2017. His contract expires next year. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht, before then managed Bayern Munich's reserves and Go Ahead Eagles. There's still a lot of rumours coming out regarding Mauricio Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino is stopping Manchester United appointing Erik ten Hag. Mauricio Pochettino recently got interviewed for the Manchester United job. Pochettino is under pressure at PSG, but despite that, he's already mentioned Pochettino that he wants to stay at PSG. You know, PSG may have to pay 17 million to sack Pochettino. Pochettino has been the PSG manager for over a year. He's won a French Cup with them, and his contract expires next year at PSG. Pochettino is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. The vast majority of Manchester United players want to see Pochettino become the club's next manager. Well, Pochettino is proven in the Premier League, which is beneficial, because before PSG, Pochettino endured a 5.5-year managerial tenure with Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his managerial tenure at Tottenham were competing in and out of the top four. To revert back to 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final. At one point, he almost won the league when he was Tottenham manager. I think Tottenham made a bad mistake sacking him at the time. And before Tottenham managed Southampton, he only enjoyed a short managerial tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far, and a lot of years ago, Pochettino managed Espanyol. You know, revert back to when Man United sacked Jose Mourinho. Man United should have got Pochettino then, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. Luis Enrique and Julian Lopetegui have been on Manchester United's shortlist, but he recently said that Julian Lopetegui, has ruled out making a move to Manchester United. You know, Manchester United looking for the fifth permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. You know, Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. And the 4 managers we've sacked since Ferguson, we sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ralph Rangnick, you know, he's been Manchester United's interim manager for over 3 months. It initially said he's Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season, and then he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years, but it said obviously the consultancy role is now in doubt. Rangnick's lost around 4 games in all competitions as Manchester United's interim manager. I've said a few times this season that Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. Revert back to the other week, it said Man United were considering sacking Ralph Rangnick. You know, there's been good performances under him, there's also been poor performances as well, but he's been totally blameless for the poor performances. You know, the players have had to take responsibility for the poor performances. I told you I've got a lot of respect for Rangnick. I think he's a very good coach. Rangnick has endured 1 transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. Unfortunately, didn't get backed in the January transfer window. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window this year. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. And earlier on this season, don't forget, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, Rangnick's aim for this season is for Man United to finish in the top 4 because Man United can't win a trophy this season. Man United have not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. You know, we've only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. And in the last 10 years or so, Man United have spent over 1.3 billion. And we've definitely brought, over 40 odd players in since Ferguson retired. And let me put into the equation, Rangnick is inheriting players who other managers have brought in. So none of this squad is Rangnick's. The Glazers, you know, they've owned Manchester United for a long time. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16.5 years. They purchased the club for 500 million back in 2005. I've said so many times we need to get the Glazers out of the football club because they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. As you all know, the Glazers are planning to demolish Old Trafford, you know, as Man United look to upgrade the stadium. Man United have played in the same stadium for 112 years now. You know, we're looking to increase the capacity to around 80,000 at the moment. Old Trafford holds around 75,000. Old Trafford is the second biggest stadium in England. So should Old Trafford get demolished? Earlier on this year, as you all know, Richard Arnold got appointed in as a new chief executive. He replaced Ed Woodward. It was good news from a Man United perspective that Woodward stepped down. because Woodward was one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. Woodward was Manchester United's vice chairman for around 17 years. So there you go. But like I say, Man United have not been the same team since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. And a lot of United fans predicted it was all going to go wrong when Ferguson retired, which obviously it has done. And we've got to accept that no one will replicate what Ferguson did at the club. You know, Ferguson, greatest manager of all time, brought success to Manchester United. He won 30 odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was Manchester United manager for around 26 years. You know, Ferguson retired almost 10 years ago now. In the summer of this year, I'm expecting Man United to make signings. There's been a lot of players we've been linked with. We're now in for Harry Kane again. There's been rumours of a possible swap deal involving Harry Kane and Anthony Martial. We've been linked with Declan Rice from West Ham. West Ham slapped a £150 million asking price on him. On the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club this summer. You know, this summer, I think Cavani will be leaving, like I've already mentioned. Rashford could be leaving as well. Mata will leave. Lingard will leave in the summer. We could let Van der Beek and Martial leave permanently this summer as well. At the moment, Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton and Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Matic and Pogba, good chance they'll be leaving in the summer as well. Jones and Bailly will leave in the summer because they don't really get in the team. As you all know, Manchester United are prepared to sell Harry Maguire this summer. Bissaka could leave in the summer as well. And I'm expecting Dean Henderson to leave. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.